Dragon Con 2017, Crispy here. I'm with my good friend Cecil. Cecil,
hi.
My friend, thank you for coming to Dragon Con.
Absolutely, it's good to be here.
This is your first or second time?
Second year.
Second, that's what I thought, because you were here last year as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back. I'm glad we didn't scare you off, but I guess you're kind of used to spooky things, so it's fine. So what's your big stuff this year, man? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I mean, I'm here representing Welcome to Night Vale, the podcast Welcome to Night Vale. We actually just got out of myself, Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and Mark Gagliardi. We just did the Welcome to Night Vale panel. Huge, well-attended, great questions of all different kinds. It was a lot of fun.
I would imagine so. You know, it's weird to say that you guys have a cult following, considering the context of the program.
But it's
inappropriate.
It's like a cult within a cult.
Yes.
Yeah. You know.
There are tiers and initiations of fandom, I suppose.
That's right.
Yeah. With your the traveling show, you guys believe have done some traveling shows. You've been to Atlanta a couple of times.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I think it's 3 times we've done like 3 shows down here.
Yeah.
And it's like I was actually just here. We just did one of our Night Vale live shows down here, and it's really fun to come back and actually have time to see Atlanta.
Oh, that's good.
You know,
like get in and get out.
Exactly. So even though the con is very compressed, I love getting out and like being able to explore the city that I'm in. It's always fun.
That's very cool.
Getting off campus.
I don't know what that's like anymore.
No. You're like, I am chained to this.
Quite literally, I cannot leave. What are some of the big things you hit up when you're in Atlanta?
I mean, I always try to shrimp and grits, get some good biscuits.
Yeah.
Usually by like Saturday night, if I, check out the Rocky Horror performance, or I try to get out to the gay bars because, it's got to represent, go see what the gays are up to down here in Atlanta.
And it's quite a loving community.
Oh, yeah.
I love our scene in Atlanta in general.
Yeah.
It's a very welcoming culture.
That's it. Like, I think last year, like, I went off campus and I was like, everyone here is so friendly. This is amazing.
Did you get down a little 5 Points at all? That's our little slice of Bohemia here in Atlanta.
I love it.
So you go and hit up the Vortex and hurt your heart with a burger or something like that. So Atlanta is. I'm happy to hear this. Yeah. Because a lot of the people I talk to, they're like, I'm here, like, I say this as non-jovial as possible. They love it. They're like, I do lots of stuff, and I never get time to explore the city.
That's the thing.
I love to hear this.
Like last year was my first year, and I had a great time going from like one thing to the next, and besides like the usual Night Vale and podcasting, like I'm a huge horror movie fan.
Yeah, you're in a good town for that.
I was on the horror track.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, this Christopher Lee fan meetup. Oh, this is gonna be great. Ooh, Hammer Horror. Let's do that. So that's like my personal fandom.
All right.
But
is there a particular like Hammer film that was in? Because I mean, the Hammer films are great. Let's be honest.
Oh my God.
As a Lee fan myself.
Yeah.
What's your perfect Hammer movie?
Oh man, I mean, like pretty much anything with Peter Cushing is going to be like one of my favorites. I'm also a huge fan of the anthology, whether they're Hammer or not, but of that era.
The kind of collections of things,
where they're like, oh, welcome to this insane asylum where everyone has a story to tell.
It makes a lot of sense considering.
I eat that up.
Yeah, that is wonderful.
But so I try to keep really busy, at Dragon Con. And, I think the thing that made me want to come back again was just the sheer level of genius and creativity of cosplay.
Yes.
Like that, I think that was the thing that wowed me that first year.
Is there a particular one from last year that you still clasp onto?
Like I went back to New York and I told all my friends, I was like, you guys, I was just at this Comic-Con, we're at like, in my hotel lobby, I woke up one morning and someone had a life-size luck dragon. And they had an Atreyu that would like ride. I was like,
that sounds
sold.
Wonderful. Yes,
I'm absolutely sold.
As a Never-Ending Story fan, I'm like, I'm really sad that I missed this.
Yeah, and that was just sort of that morning.
I always miss so much of that. Because there's so much of it.
Yeah. And what I love about it is that it does have this kind of fun, like homegrown grassroots attitude to it. So it's like not everything is, by the book scripted. Like you can just wander into, a hula hooper meetup. There's a lot of hoopers. Some of my friends are those people actually. So and it's those like kind of magical moments that you can't highlight in a book, and you're like, oh well, it's not organized fun all the time.
A lot of my a lot of my friends. We have our app where you can schedule out all of your shameless plug. We have a Dragon Con app, but you know, I look at, like me, I'm scheduled pretty heavily between interviews and panels, but a lot of my friends, they're like, we just schedule in the fun stuff.
Just walk around.
That you're going to walk around and see things.
Yeah.
And it's such an immersive environment, especially as we've grown. I've been here 17 years.
Wow.
When it was just, this didn't even look like this back then. It was just a small thing. And we were like, oh,
was it like just one hotel back in the day?
We had two.
Okay.
This one and the Hyatt. We're in the Marriott now. Cool. And it was easier then to walk around and see everything.
Oh, yeah.
20,000 people. Yeah. And so now it's like, it doesn't matter where you turn, like in Atlanta, not even our hotel, in Atlanta, it's like, here's everything.
Yeah.
Have you seen our giant parade at all? Or
no, I missed the parade. Someone was like, oh my God, you have to, I think there's a Pikachu parade. I was like, of
Why
course
not?
there is.
Yeah.
Actually, a friend of mine, because I grew up in the South. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee, and a lot of
Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
a lot of my hometown friends live in Atlanta, or they're just fans that they come every year. They're much more experienced. My friend told me that apparently there's a Friday night midnight skinny dip.
I haven't heard of this.
In one of the pools.
Can we talk about this?
Can we get confirmation?
I'm not sure about that. Yeah.
So I'm bringing the I'm like, talk about unofficial.
Those are literally the. I'm not going to say off the wall, but it's definitely the off the beaten path kind of things, which definitely.
And to me, like that's like the hallmark of a really good con.
Yeah,
you know,
everyone just kind of breaks out and like, you know what, this is fun. And me personally, as a representative of the convention, I'm not bashing any part of this, but I think there's so much that these people splinter off because we're welcoming.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate your creativity. Go out and have fun. Yeah. Just don't hurt anyone.
And listen, there must be like, and also, you know, the flip side of that is having like well organized, you know, like necessity, but then also leaves room for like crazy creative fun as well. Yeah,
there's definitely a lot of structure behind the scenes that kind of. I could talk about the boring stuff forever, and no, we're not going to do that. So, is there anything in particular? You have obviously you just did your IFL panel. Is there any particular panels? You said horror tracks and things like that. Is there like a particular stand-up panel this year that you're like, all right, I'm all cost. This is the one panel I'm going to see.
You know, I've not gone through the book. That like today is like the day that I'm going to sit down and make some hard decisions.
Right.
But this is also for me personally, this is the first year that I'm getting together with the rest of the Night Vale crew, and we're going to be on the Walk of Fame together.
Which I think is exciting, by the way.
Because last year I had no idea. I was like, I don't know, I'll do a panel and then just sign things if people ask me. You know, not realizing that there's a like process for doing this. Yeah. I think I actually caused like a traffic jam, and they had to like reroute me down.
No, sir, you can't peddle your wares here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this time I'm official Walk of Fame.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just going to hang out there, and it's a great way to kind of like watch the con go by. And I'm really excited.
People watching is one of, I guess, the favorite pastimes of our show here. Yeah. This is the place to people watch. I don't know if you've ever been up here in the loft.
Oh, I know, right?
But this even just now, it's kind of distracting. So it'll be fun. It'll be great.
So you're like, sexy sleepover Batman, what?
I feel like I've actually seen that before, so I don't know if you just pulled that out.
Steampunk Harley Quinn, what?
Yes, steampunk just everywhere.
Yeah.
There was one year we came out, and all of a sudden, like, steampunk was just getting started, so here we are like 10 years ago, and we're like, that'll go away in like 3 years.
Oh, no.
No, we're wrong.
No.
I'll own that.
No.
It is huge, so... do you do your own costumes then, or are you just comfortable?
You know, I go comfortable walking shoes, like that whole thing.
Because there's a lot of walking.
Yeah, lots of walking. Maybe someday I'll come in like cosplay.
Well, maybe next year.
Maybe.
Just saying. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get things wrapped up here, but before we get going, my friend Randall here has collected some questions for you. If you would be so kind as to dip into the pool of questions, and let's see what question you have. What's a good one?
All right. What song do you have to sing out loud anytime you hear it?
Oh, the earworms.
Ooh,
That's
you know,
it's
a toss-up between Mbop by Hanson.
It's catchy. I understand.
Like, it is kind of one of the ultimate. It's like one of the ultimate earworms for me. And then on the other side of that, the last song, "Sunday" from "Sunday in the Park with George" by Stephen Sondheim.
Okay.
I have to play it on the iPod, like in order to get that out of my head.
Just to get it in.
But it's a really nice song, so
it is beautiful.
It's a very soothing sort of.
In that regard, I've been listening to a lot of Little Shop lately. Appropriate because we had the total eclipse. I never found any strange, unusual plants, but that music has been stuck in my head, and I'm right there with
days later.
Oh my gosh!
Days later.
So I did it to myself.
Yeah.
But I own that. So But that's all we've got right now, my friend. Thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a blast. And Dragon Con, come find him, the whole crew at the table on the Walk of Fame, as well as their panels. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, man.